we're going to transition over now to a little small town in the middle of nowhere. The setting, 1980s. We have, a couple, we have 5 young kids. Well, 4 for right now. We have, Will and Mike and Lucas and Dustin, and they're all returning. And we have, of course, Will's older brother Jonathan. We're gonna be talking Stranger Things. I think we're all really excited. Both Jacob and I here have seen season 1. I've actually watched season 1 3 separate times now. I watched it once on my own. I watched it once with my parents because I got them into it. And then I rewatched it again not too long ago, and it's just it's so fresh and original and just fun. And so
let me
kind of give us a breakdown.
Let me get into this real quick.
Yeah.
So I mean, the trailer that they dropped at Comic-Con nearly blew up the internet. It was a lot of fun. I mean, it starts out with the kids going to an arcade, playing a 80s arcade game. And Will hears a voice calling out to him. He turns around and he sees snow falling. He turns back to everybody saying, "Hey, do you guys see that?" And nobody's there. And then he jumps basically to the Upside Down, which, I mean, to me, that's interesting. So throughout the season, he's going to be like subconsciously going.
But is it subconsciously though? Because remember, his whole physical body, the Demogorgon, he was taken physically and like spiritually, everything.
Well, I mean, like by subconsciously, I mean like he's.
But is it subconsciously though? Because is he like dream walking, like in a way, or is he actually like able now, kind of BioShock Infinite style, able to live simultaneously within 2 dimensions?
Live in both planes, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good theory. I mean, we don't know that. And the thing that I noticed is that creature that Will sees that's been in both trailers so far. What is it? Could it be?
It's huge. I mean, obviously way bigger than a Demogorgon.
I mean, I was saying it might be Cthulhu, but I mean.
Do you think they're gonna be that meta though?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, and I mean, he can. I mean, it might happen, and I mean, and on top of that, I mean, Will's also being lab tested throughout the trailer, and I'm guessing throughout the season, he's getting lab tested by I'm guessing the same people from the first season, and
weren't they almost like, I mean, without spoiling anything, because Ian here actually is in the process of watching the first season, so we're not going to go too much into spoilers on the first episode or the first season as much as we can, but I feel like that'd be really hard considering how everything happened at the end of season 1. Like how is anyone really, with that group going to be able to affect them?
Well, I know.
Or is it maybe the higher ups?
Yeah, I think it's the higher ups, and they were probably at a different facility or something.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Ian hasn't really talked about it. I can't really talk about the trailer that much because there's stuff there's stuff in the trailer that I wanted to talk about. But one shot that I wanted to talk about was in the second trailer. You see these shots of these pumpkins that look like they've either been rotted out or something, and I think that they might have gone a alien drought, and maybe something was incubating in the pumpkins and something hatched, or like
It'd be a really cool idea. I mean, something's got to grow more than more than the Demogorgons, because that's the only creature we saw from the Upside Down is the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
And so I think it'd be really cool to branch out. I mean, from what we could see, is the Upside Down is basically almost a dark dimension, a mirror dimension, so to speak, of Earth, because they visit Will's house, they visit the school, they visit several key locations from the town,
And
so, yeah.
I mean, my last point is, I mean, without giving anything away for the first season for Ian, I mean, we're gonna be in for a really wild ride. I mean, I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. I mean, they might bring in Cthulhu, or it might be something else.
They're gonna bring in something really big. That's the big thing.
We don't know, because the thing about Cthulhu is, like, Cthulhu's a god, like a god-like character. I don't know if you guys know much about that.
Yeah. Oh no, I know
about that entity. But I mean, there's been several iterations of Cthulhu to where, like, you can only, like, that monster that we see might just be like his arm or something. Like, there's been a few different portrayals of that character where it's larger than Earth, or like something crazy like that. But I mean, honestly,
you gotta talk about 11 without spoiling too much. How do you feel about 11's appearance in the trailer?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, they open with the same shot of 11 that they had in the Super Bowl trailer, and where she is, the framing of how they do the shot is basically telling you where she is. Like, do you understand what I mean without giving any spoilers away?
Yeah, and well, one thing I thought that was, like, to touch on though is that will we see, because to bring up your point about the pumpkins and everything, you know, will we at least know that they're basically teasing the Demogorgon and whatever this new mystery creature is, whether it's Cthulhu or some iteration of Cthulhu, or it's something new entirely. I mean, what do you think that there's multiple, like, Demogorgons? Do you think that's just, is the Demogorgons unique, or is it like, is it like the Xenomorph? Is there like more?
I mean, it might be. I think it might be more than one. But given how it took them an entire season just to off one of them, I don't think that them being the foot soldiers of Cthulhu or whatever that entity is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're going to do that, because, I mean, Demogorgon's really, really OP.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of something I was thinking.
The only person that can take him out... Oh.
Yeah, spoiler.
Nope, I'm not going to...
But without spoiling anything, you know, they basically tease this monster. We know the Demogorgons exist. We know about this sinister organization that's operating behind the scenes. You know, with this world, like, how big is this world? Is this the only dimension that there is? Is there another version of the Upside Down? There's so many questions we have, but I'm sure we'll get more information closer to it.
Actually, I was gonna say we'll find all this out on October 27th. All the episodes drop on Netflix, so I know what I'm doing that weekend.
That's what we're all doing that weekend.
Yup.
That's all for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching.
And be sure to like this video and subscribe.
And click the link in the description below to follow us on social media.
See you guys next time.